See, I don't feel well at all. I have, from my job, y'all know I'm a nurse, and I contracted COVID. So I'm trying to still do videos. This is the first one of the day. I just couldn't. Ooh, y'all, please hit subscribe and hit the like button, please. But I'm gonna try to do I am going to do a reaction to what Marad is saying, because he brings up valid facts and puts it in more that I hadn't looked at it that way before. So I just wanted y'all to hear some of it because it is real insightful. And I also add to some stuff that I've also know.
7 to 8 hours. Let's get into them and let's discuss. Hey guys, this is Rob and Roddy. Hopefully you guys are all doing well today. Back again with another video. If you have not subscribed, please do. It is just one click. Subscribe to the channel, comment down below, send us super thanks if you guys wish to. Daily and consistent content, and let's get into this. We don't need to make a long intro. So it's interesting that there's been a lot of resignations. The president and CEO of Warner Music Japan has resigned, and the CEO of Sony Music Nashville is also suddenly resigning. 23andMe, the particular place where you can, send your DNA and your, to people to find out where you're from, 99% of the board have also resigned. I don't know if that's related to this Diddy stuff, but it's all too coincidental. There are so many people who are resigning since Diddy has been arrested and has also been charged. So where these people at the freak-offs is my reasoning, and therefore they're going to be a liability to the company, a liability to the employees, a liability to the PR of the companies that could affect sales and etc. So therefore their immediate response is only to resign, because that's only what they can do. Is this what is going on behind the scenes? Is this the reason for why they're resigning? I honestly don't.
As far as the resigning, this is what I've heard about the resigning part. Okay, think about it. The Homeland Security said, okay, you have this amount of time to call and say what you know, give you information or not. So excuse me. So if you come and give your testimony of what you know about the situation, then you would be looked at as a witness. But if you fail to stay out there and they already know about you and what you know and your involvement, you will also be persecuted, allegedly. So if you know something, go tell it before the window closes. That's why people are resigning, because they have flipped. They have flipped on Diddy, and they are working with the Homeland Security. You know what I mean? Allegedly. So that's what I think. All right. Now, yeah, y'all just listen to some vital facts that Marad brought up, because all we was thinking about, me and the talk, is about the freak offs, and the baby oil and stuff like that. We never thought about the IV drips, and somebody had to be there to give the IV drips, and who were they, and as far as he said, as far as the trafficking goes, you can do that, and he said you might could be, potentially be getting organs. I don't know, but the way Marad is explaining it, think about it. Something to think about. I'm trying to tell you. But here we go.
We don't know, but the timing is coincidental. And I think we would be too naive to believe that it's just a coincidence. Truly. A video of Diddy is circulating, one that I have not seen before, of him dressed as the Joker. Now, we've seen him dressed as the Joker before. I've seen that. But what I haven't seen is this particular video
Ooh, yeah, he's gonna show this video, y'all. I don't remember ever seeing it, and now that we know how Diddy really is, this was just crazy. Forgive me for sweating so much. I have COVID, and I am so sorry. But I'm trying to make a video. Yes, I have COVID. Y'all, please hit the subscribe button and the like button. It's taking everything I got to do this. All right. So, yeah, I've never seen Diddy like this. Watch it. It's scary. It's very scary. Wait a minute.
Where to me it is very concerning.
So tonight,
Look at Diddy.
Everybody's so serious, but we're about to go to Club Love.
Oh my
Club
God.
Love! You can't dance, you can't rock Dusty. You gotta stay at home. You know the Joker don't play that, baby. Welcome to Club Love.
Where he's talking about
That
Club
is
Love.
crazy.
And, why don't you come to Club Love? I do feel like he wanted to dress as the Joker. Now, looking back at it, he felt more freedom and liberation dressing as somebody who's absolutely mad so that he can be what he really wants to be without anybody questioning it, because people will just perceive that he's just in a costume. And, he's talking about why don't you come to Club Love? And, I can't imagine what he did that night in that outfit. I can't imagine what he was doing at Club Love. And I think the word love is quite scary, because he was presenting himself to be lovely and friendly, but he knew that it had a double-edged sword meaning and was quite insidious behind the scenes. So, this particular outfit really is a reflection of him. I think he's just wearing the outfit, but this is how he really acts, and this is how he really is in those freak-offs. And we've seen the video with him and Cassie, so it's just very concerning. I've never seen it before, and so therefore I just wanted to add it into the video and discuss it. But Homeland Security officers who raided Diddy's home are speaking to New York Post. They say that his freak-off parties were day-long orgies. Also says he would watch the victims perform remotely on his cell phone. The agent who works for Homeland Security helped raid Diddy's home has spoken out in a statement to the New York Post. The agent said they saw several sex rooms and found sex tapes that featured days-long orgies. This would explain why law enforcement found so many liquid IVs alongside those baby oil bottles. The agent says there were so many cameras in the room placed in odd spaces that the victims wouldn't have realized they were being recorded. Diddy would reportedly touch himself whilst his freak-off Olympics were taking place. The agent says Diddy was so addicted that he would even watch the victims remotely from his cell phone when he wasn't in the home, and would cast the videos to televisions. In my opinion, he's as bad as Jeffrey Epstein, says these particular officers. These women are so young, either barely legal or barely illegal. We have evidence that these women didn't feel like they were free to go. The DHS officer said, and there's video evidence that some of these girls are clearly out of it whilst these men are having intimacy with them. What are your thoughts? He probably is worse than Epstein. Probably on the same league. And Epstein obviously ended up taking his own life. So now I'm, assumed if he took his own life, well, what is Diddy going to do? I'm surprised he hasn't taken his own life as of right now. I'm sure an update would be imminent, as far as I'm concerned, that this man has taken his own life. So he hasn't done that to himself. I think his ego is too big for him to do that, and he genuinely believes that he's not guilty, and he feels that he's going to fight this right to the end.
And also, I wanted to add that y'all know he's also trying to take Cassie down. Talking about she's the one that orchestrated all of it. He did whatever she told him to do. All that kind of stuff. Y'all, I'm going to put that on another video when I feel a lot better. Okay? But I'm going to let my rod go. Y'all, please hit the subscribe button. I thank you so very much.
These day-long orgies, a lot of people are focused on the baby oil bottles and the fact that there's 1,000 baby oil bottles. That is something that we shouldn't be focusing on in terms of what was found. What we should be focusing on is the IV drips. I don't think people understand the madness of IV drips. You take IV drips when you have low potassium, sodium, you're feeling very fatigued, very tired, exhausted, and you're very ill, unwell, you perhaps are passing diarrhea and you've lost so much salt, so much water, and you need to hydrate yourself to continue on with your day. These workers, these victims who were placed in these positions were forced to take IV drips so that they could continue being used and abused. I don't think people understand the depth of how dark that is, that they were basically forced under IV drips because they were dehydrated, lack of salt, potassium, very dizzy, could not do anymore, basically physically, mentally worn out. But Diddy was like, no, you're going again and again and again, and I'm going to put you on IV drips. So therefore there were nurses and doctors or whoever there to instill these IV drips. And I want to know where those nurses are or whoever those people are, because Diddy definitely wasn't putting these IV drips in these people. He probably doesn't even know where to find the veins and etc. So those people should also be held account. This is what I mean, that other people are definitely going to go down. I don't think they're all going to be famous. A lot of them could be executives, but I'm sure they're probably protected. But these people around him are definitely going down, who helped enable this and keep these people there. The fact that he would watch this stuff remotely, I think we need to break down this New York Post. Watch it remotely from his cell phone clearly means that other people were guarding, protecting, and keeping it afloat, whilst other men were using these girls and boys. So again, this is what I mean, that other people are definitely going to be going down for the madness of what we are seeing here. And for him now to be in therapy, I think is a lawyer tactic. His lawyer doesn't know what he's doing. And, as a lawyer, you need to be more slick. And I just feel like he's just not being slick with Diddy. Granted, it's very hard to maneuver with this client because Diddy...
Yeah, also, they're trying to use the tactic that, Diddy's in that, and he's going to start having, or have already, probably, started having withdrawals from the rugs he cannot have. He's probably, and they're trying to get him moved and all this stuff so he won't have to stay in there. But that's what the lawyer's going to try to use because, he's having withdrawals by now. So they're trying to use it like his heart, his mind. He's real sick. He needs to be moved to a hospital, stuff like that. And y'all know that he was trying to get the guard. He said he would hire guards to guard his house and watch him for 24 hours a day, right? So the judge was like, oh, are you talking about the same guards where we found the guns in your closet? You talking about hiring those? Bail denied. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, I'm going to let my rod take over, y'all. Okay.
He doesn't even know what he's doing himself, and he's obviously there's video evidence, he's been charged. So I think that Diddy is definitely going to be having some prison time. But these day-long orgies, Tom Bryant, the head of showbiz at the sister title of the Mirror News, has spoken out and has said, I just went to a Diddy party with hand-picked women. What I saw will stay with me forever. It's 4 a.m. in a packed Parisian nightclub in 2007. The music is pumping and I'm surrounded by dozens of clad women, all writhing furiously. It's quite the end to a journalistic assignment, but you can't say I have been warned. Just hours before I'd interviewed P. Diddy in the French capital, during which he bragged that there is no party like a Diddy party. Only now, with the rappers languishing in prison, do the words have a sinister quality. But back then, it was a great soundbite. And I vividly remember thinking he was true to his word, as sitting regal-like in the corner of the club, Diddy generously sent over endless magnums of champagne to my table. These are on Diddy. He wants you to have a...
Y'all, look how that lady's looking at Diddy. Look. It's just weird.
Good night. I'm in a tiny VIP room, which is filled to the brim with women, specially handpicked by Diddy's entourage. Some of them are from the club itself. Others have been transported. As I quaff glass after glass of the finest bubbles, my evening takes a strange turn, as at one point a stray foot brushes my face. A woman, minus her heels, is being lifted over the throng by two burly members of security and plonked down by Diddy's side, where she proceeds to gyrate next to him. I'll never forget his partner Kim, who has since passed away, sitting by his side and seemingly unperturbed by the X-rated scene unfolding before her. It was very bizarre. but not out of keeping with that transpired earlier that evening when I found myself in Diddy's dressing room at the Bercy Stadium. With full-size portraits of himself hanging on the walls and candles flickering, my interview began on a romantic note. I've spent a lot of time with Kim in Paris, he told us, and it's been perfect. As soon as we landed, we went straight to the Eiffel, drank champagne at the top, and kissed and kissed. But Diddy was only getting started, he says. Then we went up to my suite and had tantric sex for at least 30 hours, ordering up whipped cream and strawberries. As meticulous as I am with my work, I'm more meticulous with lovemaking. Later, I asked him about his famous parties. We don't charge £4,000 to come to my parties. We give money away. We give drinks away. We give fine food away. I lose a lot of money putting on these events, but I don't care. There's always a special guest list with iconic individuals mixing people from show business and everyday life. After partying that night in Paris, he was back at it again the following week, but in London, with guests including Sienna Miller. I'm not a name dropper. I never reveal who goes to my parties. The important thing is that they have a good time, and with all the beautiful women and fine champagne, they probably will. As Diddy awaits trial, there are words which he may come to regret. So it seems that one of the head of show business of The Mirror have come out to, just give an interview of what he basically experienced, and that, there were multiple women carried around, and the fact that Kim Porter was unperturbed to a lot of this that was going on, was probably, used to this lifestyle that he was very much living, and the fact that he would also have these parties in London. Now, I didn't know they was having these parties in London. I knew it was obviously in New York, obviously in America, obviously in Paris for Fashion Week, but I didn't think that he was doing it here in London as much as everywhere else. So if people are going to go down, it's definitely going to be UK celebrities as well, or anybody affiliated, unless they paid off people. But a lot of these record executives, I want to bring it back to, are resigning. A lot of people are quitting. They're not being fired. They are willfully resigning. Do you think that they would leave their jobs with their high salaries if it wasn't something serious, and they all decided to resign?
Like I said, hey, Grace and Sap. Yeah, I'm trying to do this with COVID, girl. I got COVID. I'm nursing, right? But yeah, I got COVID. I'm trying to get y'all a video. But anyway, the reason they're resigning is because Homeland Security said we have a little window that we're going to leave open. So if you know something, it's time for you to come on. So the ones that want to stay out there, they're going to look at them as, I done forgot, Lord help me. Okay, either you come and go against Diddy, or you stay out there and go down with Diddy. That's the way I'm going to say it. Alright, but hey, Grace and Sap. Y'all hit the subscribe button. I'm working sick now. I'm working real sick. Okay, here we go.
23andMe, people who take your DNA, the majority of board have resigned, is insane. What are they planning? What do they have? What database do they have? It's all very odd. And for them to resign 2 days after Diddy was charged is not a coincidence to me. It probably is all affiliated. I wouldn't be surprised if at Diddy's parties, he wasn't just drugging them and using them for intimacy or trafficking them, but perhaps even taking DNA. Perhaps even harvesting organs or something. Because all of that is also very true. People look at trafficking and they're only looking at it from one angle, whereas it's a form of sex, when there's other forms of trafficking that you can do, or collection of data, which you can do, which our phones take anyways from us. Like I said, it's not just about the 1,000 baby bottles. Look at their IV drips and the fact that they would do that. If they were inserting things into these people to take IV drips, what makes you think they weren't collecting things from people? Like, you have to give your phones away before you get in, but surely they're collecting your DNA. Maybe that's affiliated with 23andMe. It's a theory, but what I'm trying to say to you guys at the end of this video is open up your mind when we're discussing this Diddy stuff and look at every single angle. Don't just look at what people are taking as the majority of a reaction. Everybody's reacting to the baby bottles as if it's over-masking everything else, and I don't like that. Make sure that doesn't happen to you. Make sure you look at every angle, regardless of what people are saying and doing. Let me know your thoughts when it comes to this video. Subscribe to the channel. I would really appreciate it. I'm covering as much as I can when it comes to this Diddy stuff. So definitely click that button. You know me. I'm going to run through several topics in one video and get it all out to you guys as quick as possible so that you guys can stay clued up and we can wait to the next update. Let's get to 350,000 subscribers, Murad. So it looks like some of Kim Porter's...
What happened? Alright, sorry about that. I haven't seen that one yet. Oh Lord. But anyway, well, I'm gonna end it here myself, y'all. I am very weak. Y'all please hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, And I love y'all. Y'all take care of yourselves. Be safe out there. And pray about for me and this COVID. I tell you. Thank you so much. All right. Good night, y'all. Good night.